everybody, and welcome back to AGP. As always, I am your host. My name is Amanda. I'm the owner-operator of AGP. And today we're going to talk about something that has been on my mind, but we had to get through Halloween first. I'm not taking away the holidays from you guys just because something has been literally sitting on my chest like a little dog who's afraid of a fly, which is a problem that I'm having. There's a fly in my house and my dog is absolutely terrified at this particular point in time. Matter of fact, she's hiding under the bed right now because it landed on her and she's in a panic state. There is something on my screen. Gross. Today, we are going to talk about the dark side of being a content creator and content creating within itself general. This is going to be focusing on not just the content creators themselves, but there's a dark side to fans and there's a dark side to the platforms. And to join me in this conversation, as always, will be my right hand, Cassie, who looks like she's on the dark side herself with that smile and is not listening. And hopefully somebody who will say hi, the ever-lovable Dadman walking.
I'm listening to what? What's going on, huh?
I don't know, because I introduced Cassie and she must have ran off somewhere into some dark abyss somewhere.
Yeah, probably so. That's usual, typical. Yeah. Hey, but how are you tonight?
I am good. You?
Good. I don't know. I only work here, but hey.
You work for me now. Okay, cool.
I guess so.
Can I have your subs then?
Sure.
Cool. Great.
Sure.
I'm monetized.
There you go.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Hell, I should have done that 12 years ago. Shit. Oh, she died. She go bye-bye. So out of the panel that we have today, 3 will be content creators. 2 of us have Twitch and YouTube channels. One of us will have a YouTube channel when he shows up a little bit later because he's just now getting off of work, which will be Dennis, who will join us a little bit later. Cassie is just here for the ride, but she, as a fan, it's good to get that kind of feedback as well because even though she works for me, she's definitely, a fan. She's watched other content creators throughout, her existence. Hopefully she gets to come back. Now,
I don't know. Okay. Well,
now keep in mind,
she's out. So yeah.
So keep in mind, I'm not saying every content creator. I'm not saying every fan. I am saying almost every platform. Sorry. Even the one that I'm on will be guilty for some of the stuff that I will say today. And of course, as always, Dadman, please feel free to put in any thoughts, any ideas, if you've heard of examples, but I do ask that we don't share any names and to help protect the identity of other content creators because we don't like calling people out. It's more they, them. That way we don't say he or she to give people ideas. If they trust me, a lot of the stuff that we'll talk about, they can actually Google search content creator that has spam and they can find it on their own.
It's more general concepts, the do's and don'ts, kind of an etiquette.
So the first thing that we should look at, honestly, is going to be, in my opinion, the content creators themselves.
Yay.
Right. That man's like, oh crap. Now I know as you as a fan, I know that a lot of people are very apprehensive on I know a lot of people who won't watch my videos, my gaming videos, because I don't show my face. Now I do that because I prefer to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way that I watch it. That's the way that I like to do it. There's a lot of times that I have to get up. I have to go. I have to grab the dog. I have to go do something. So I'm not always in front of the camera anyway. And I don't have a big staff to be able to run everything for me. I do it all on my own. And I know there's other content creators that do that too. But, I don't think you want to see my camera when I'm trying to stop my dog and my cat from fighting. And these are things that I don't want seen on my videos. If I want to have a drink during the day, I don't drink on camera. I find that very unprofessional.
Right.
But sometimes
You mean specific alcohol, right? Or
yes.
You mean, okay, gotcha.
Even though I know that I say that I am above 8, that, you're supposed to be 18 years or older to watch my content.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that kid's, oh, there's a puppy treat. When she comes out, I will give that to her fuel, but right now she's hiding under the bed because a fly landed on her and she panicked.
Wow.
The killer dog is afraid of a fly.
You gotta love it.
But I will give that to her.
How'd you train the dog to do that? That's
Train the dog to what?
To hide from a fly.
I didn't train her to do that. I wish she still, she's still hiding from the fly. It landed on her today. She went into a full panic mode. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to message Cassie to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, you have all kinds of stuff like that. There's always drama in life and things like that. And, a lot of some etiquettes and some things like that. We all run into it, some are more serious than others. And, we've had our bumps in the roads on my channel too, a little bit, probably some that are kind of a little more traumatic. And when people try to fake your identity in places, which has happened, believe it or not. And I'm just like you, and barely a year old,
I know.
And then others where, people don't necessarily, they come on stream and, and just things happen and you have to deal with it live on air. Not the worst situations, but you just roll with it. But, it does make everything's a little more complicated when people don't follow the rules.
A good example is because there are content creators, and you're going to find this in your smaller content creators, that they do have jobs, 9 to 5 jobs. They have to work. And some of those places have a very strict, you can't be a content creator, which makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's why? And so they have to hide who they are so they don't lose their jobs, because they're not making money off of Twitch. They're not making money off of YouTube.
They just want to do it for a hobby.
They're doing it for fun, to meet people and have fun. And if their job finds out that they're out there doing that, that's it. They lose their job. They won't be able to keep a roof over their head, because I hate to break this to you, for those of you who want to be a content creator, it isn't, I just made a channel, make me famous. Yeah. It's not even, if you put in the hard work, it's going to happen. As much as it is the hard work and dedication and trying to figure out the algorithm every time YouTube changes it and you're just like, stop it.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's the right person finding your content at the right time and liking it.
That's exactly. And, word of mouth does a lot and stuff like that, and like you said, the algorithm changes. It's hard to compete with a ground, actually quicksand. It's always shifting. It sinks out from under you. What you need to be able is have some predictability. What's some standards? What's consistent? And then are everybody being treated by the same rules? Are the appeal procedures the same for everybody? But, we know in a real world,
that's going to be discussed when we get to platforms.
Exactly. So, and I tell you what, it makes it harder on the individual streamer, because now you got to navigate, people say we don't want drama. We just want to have fun and stuff. But you know what? It's dealing with personalities and egos. It's like high school again.
So
yeah,
the reason why I bring this up is because I also understand the apprehensiveness of a lot of content creators or a lot of fans, because they've been duped by content creators, and it still goes on today. You put someone who's very attractive in front of the camera, you have them play a very popular game. They're really good at it. And then you find out they weren't even playing the game to begin with. It was somebody else playing the game, and they were pretending to play the game. And it's happened countless of times. Countless of times they've lied to their fans, or they've turned around and blamed another content creator for the stuff that they're doing and made them lose everything while they get to continue making the stuff. Oh, Jesus, you scared the crap out of me. I thought you were somebody joining the chat.
Oh, sorry. I just was saying that's a preemptive hello to everybody.
I saw the blop.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to talk to Stream Elements,
Yes, I
Been a
know.
while.
I know how much you love Stream
Oh,
Elements.
absolutely.
Um, there's also the fact, wow, I think her phone is completely dead because she didn't even answer back.
Oh, that's bad. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I know that there are content creators out there who literally make content that they don't believe in because that's what the fans want to hear. And secretly, they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, I hate this. I'm on the hate bandwagon. We hate everything, blah, 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 blah. I'm guaranteeing you, because I know a handful of content creators that do like this stuff, but won't admit it to you, the fan, because they want your money.
Mm-hmm.
Because every content creator may start off with it as a hobby, but there is sometimes that thing in the back of their mind. Well, can I get monetized? Can I make money from this? And some will still be the same creator that they were before they got monetized, before they were making money, and they're still going to be upfront and honest with you, and they're not going to change. Unfortunately, there are a lot of creators that do end up changing because it's money.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be hard to do stuff that's not of your passion too. I mean, granted, I guess you could probably. It's like any other job. You could probably learn how to love to do something you don't like, but you'd have to be making a
Here's the
boatload of
thing
money for
is
it.
these people, there are so many people, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. They got in it for the money. They got in it because they knew they were hot. They knew they could show off their bodies, show off their body parts, or close enough to it. And
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, that is something that a lot of content creators have to realize. If you don't fit a certain demographic with your looks, you're going to struggle. I don't care what's going on with society. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
body positive. No.
Yeah.
You can scream it all day long that you want, but you put me up against another female that is thin and pretty, and she has the filters so you don't see the lines and the aging, and she'll wear the low cut shirt. She's going to get the views. I am not. That is the reality of it. You can yell body positivity all you want, and it doesn't matter. The reality is human beings are watching this content. They're gonna pick the hot chick. They're gonna pick, if it's me versus a dude, neither of us are showing our faces. 9 times out of 10, they're going to pick the dude because they think he's a better gamer than I. Which, in most parts, when it comes to first-person shooters, he probably is. But I'll kick his ass in a survival game.
I think he kicked his ass in real life, probably, but that's a different story.
No, not anymore.
You're a feisty little bulldog.
I'm too old and brittle for all of that. No.
But no. But see,
I've done my share of things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger, and
it's catching up with you. My dad always said it's hell getting old, so
it really is.
No,
hey, mom's playing ASA notification. I always know when my mom starts playing Ark Survival Ascended.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. So, but I understand that with the appearance thing and all that. But you know what? Even further than that, it's like, sometimes it's just trying to break in, trying to get out, into certain circles, and then not necessarily into circles. It's just trying to get out there with, because groups and maybe if I'm jumping, slow me down. But, a lot of times the hard part is, groups form and they are very hard to get into, or, everybody gets defined in certain positions and roles. And, well, you can do this, but then so this is reserved for some, there's the hierarchy order, and certain things are left for certain people are perceived to be in that thing. That's another thing I've run into before, and it's even in popular games. I mean, you look at something like Fortnite. I mean, it was one time. No, I know you don't like the game much anymore, but it was one that we were told in before we were even streamers. It was like, well, this is somebody else's thing, Clicks. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you should have seen the big old click Mrs. Did with her first stream last night. No.
Dude, that was crazy. All the people. But you know what? It happens. I mean, somebody's like, this is Fortnite. Somebody's laughing like, what? I mean, there's invariably going to be some overlap with what people do in streams. It happens. But
okay, there's a difference between playing a video game or doing a podcast or doing a react video or doing Legos or opening up Pokemon cards. You're not stealing anything from anybody unless you're stealing their video and putting your face on top of them.
Right.
You saw a content creator, you went, I'd like to do that. That speaks to me. Okay, cool. Then do it. Mm-hmm. You want to have reaction videos? Do it. You want to do a podcast? Do it. You want to do Let's Plays? Do it. You want to play Fortnite where it's just you and your friends? Cool. You want to play Fortnite where you let your chat come and play? Do it. Have fun with it. Mm-hmm. Don't steal people's content. And that's something that we're seeing a lot nowadays. We're seeing a lot of content creators steal other content creators' content. They're not using it. If you want to melt the people I see on the street and turn them into lawn ornaments, I do.
Oh gosh, fuel.
Okay, so let's say Dadman does a Fortnite video. I am allowed to react to it. Now, out of respect, I would ask permission to do it. I do try to ask for permission before I do a lot of react videos. If I can't get a hold of the person, sometimes I'll just go ahead and do it. But one thing that a lot of content creators are not doing is they are not giving the person who created the video you are reacting to their proper credit. Mm-hmm. If you go and you watch my Phobos ARG videos that we started doing, one, the creator came to me. But when you do a reaction video, no, she's not a lawn ornament. Fuel.
She could be.
The point of making that to where it's okay for you to use it is you're supposed to change it, add something to it. When you react to a video, you can't just go, oh, that's not nice. That's wrong. You have to react to it. You pause the video. You discuss the video. You change it. Whether it's for comedy or informative or whatever it is, you as the content creator, you have to change it. If you don't, you're stealing. You are literally stealing content for someone else. That's wrong.
You have to give credit to anybody that needs credit. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I mean, the way I look at it is even when I play a game like Fortnite, we just screw around. We do what we do, but I put my spin on it with the blown up gas stations or, I change things around, do things that are different. One time there was a game that I played that I was introduced from another channel. I still to this day, even though I don't have to, mention where I learned it from. Just it doesn't hurt,
It doesn't.
It just I don't have to.
I mean, but then again, I literally went to.
What's that, Cassie?
Right. No, nothing. I was gonna say, like, I literally went through like the like peer review type thing where like everything had to be cited. You couldn't make a claim without citing that. I don't care if it was your grandmother that told you a story when you were 5. You had to cite that shit.
But here's a really good example from a stream that we did. You see right there, clips from, there's every name of every movie and even the album that we did a piece of from that. And that's just from doing that's just doing a clips and reaction video to things that we thought were really cool of 1980s dark fantasy. But that's the same thing you kind of need to do when you're reacting to TikTok videos. Okay, if you take someone's TikTok video, that's their work. So there is this problem where some of the content creators are moving the TikTok video down so their name isn't on the video. And they don't give them credit even in the description of their video or at the end of the video. Well, then you just kind of took their stuff. Even if you did technically react to it properly, you still didn't give them credit. And that's something that you kind of need to do when you're doing react videos. And again, but there are people that are literally going, oh, or this is my new favorite thing that they've started doing. They've been taking other creators' react videos, mimicking exactly what they said, then having someone edit the video and pull the creator out and just have them now splice their video into the video.
Wow. That's a lot of work. That really is a lot of work.
That's a lot of work to steal something.
Yeah.
But it's still stealing. It's still theft. It's still wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree with it. It's it's that's why you have to have enforcement and consistent enforcement, because we've had cases where we've talked about where you reported nothing was done, and other cases.
The last thing I can say about content creators is parents. You really need to pay attention to who your children are watching.
I agree with that.
We all know that the children are lying, saying that they're of a certain age when they're not, going to channels that they're not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's the souls of those unlucky enough to wander past, then it's free game. Oh my gosh, Phil, you're killing me.
Yes.
Because there's 3 things right now that are plaguing content creators. And the first and the most disgusting is there's a lot of groomers out there. A lot. And it's terrifying. And I've been fans of some of them, and I'm just like, nope. Wow, that is like the worst timing of you to show up, Dennis.
Oh, Jesus.
I just said there's a lot of content creators out there that are groomers, and Dennis shows up.
Well, I'm older than him.
Whoa!
Him, right?
You want to come back in about 5? No.
Hold on. Fuck this shit up. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Oh my gosh.
The other thing is creators doxing other creators and getting away with it because they make the platform money.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis, Cassie, say this with me, please.
Oh
3,
dear.
2.
Oh, sorry. Fucking get so much.
Fucking so much.
Fucking so much.
Damn, you sound like you really enjoy saying that.
Oh, you need to go back and watch one of the clips that's highlighted. We were playing.
No. I gotta.
Acting.
I'll send Dad. Is Dad in the Discord? Because I shared it in the Discord. Yeah. Oh, Dad, just go look at memes and stuff. I put the actual voice clip in there. I hunted it down because I just had to find it.
Oh man. Okay, I'll have to.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's golden.
It's great. But doxing has been another major issue. And
how weirdly on brand. Have you been keeping up with a certain sniper situation?
But we're not using names.
I didn't say a name, so I'm just saying a certain sniper-ish situation, a certain
Who got their little wrist tapped. Yeah. And did you know that the other person involved in everything also got demonetized?
Oh, that situation's getting ugly and ugly fast, and it's kind of weird. And it's weird, and I don't like it, so I just kind of like laugh at it from afar while secretly going, God, they're fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that one scene from like Frasier where like everyone's making fucked up jokes, and the one lady's like, what the fuck?
But what is it called? The other thing, which is always dangerous. When they're calling the cops.
Swatting,
grooming, and doxing people is 3 epidemics that are going on in content creating.
the epidemic is the opportune world. It is a sickness that must be purged.
And you as a, you know what else is dangerous? Spilling your beer.
Never spill that beer. It's holy water.
And you as a content creator, I don't care if you didn't start this to be an influencer. I don't care if you didn't start this and you don't want to be somebody's role model.
Right.
You have fans, and a lot of fans are younger than what you think they are, which makes them impressionable. And it's your responsibility as a content creator to not do these things.
Right. Excuse me. It don't encourage this either.
There is someone underage. You don't sit there and chit chat with them. Thanks for being a fan. I gotta go. No. Thank them for being a fan and get the hell out.
Thanks for being a fan. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Sorry, dude. Bye.
I don't care if another content creator has their name on the freaking content, has their address on Google search. You do not go to their house and film it for your fans, because all it takes is that one super psycho fan that you don't know about, and they will go hurt that other content creator because they think you want that to happen, and that is wrong. And that now that person lives in fear that something like that will happen. Your home is a safe place. It's your sanctuary. You should never fear that a psycho fan, whether yours or someone else's, is going to come to your house.
Jesus Christ.
Have fun playing Assassin's Creed, Fuel.
Yeah.
Ooh, which one?
The one where you stabby people.
That doesn't really narrow it down. Nope, not even the slightest.
And then you jump off really high things. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I don't get it.
But yeah, you as the content creator, swatting people, that's just wrong.
That's fucked up on a level I don't even know how to express.
These things, look, I understand the lack of punishment. Here's the thing, and let's do that. Let's move there a little bit. Your platforms.
Right.
Your lovely platforms. Let's go with the 3 big names: YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. First, let me say this, because most of the people that are here on my panel, and most of the people who watch my content, because they're smaller in the industry, they don't give a shit about you.
Fuck you and the house you rode in on.
They don't care. You don't make them money. They don't care.
You're trying to build your platform? Fuck you. Make me money.
There's a situation going on right now where it's been one of these platforms changed their rules for someone to keep them on their platform to continue making the money, even though their rules stated that you would lose your channel if you did a certain thing. But because this is one of their golden children, they have changed their rules to protect this golden child. But I guarantee you, anyone here on this panel, anyone that's probably watching, that's of a lower content creator, if you did the same thing this content creator did, you would have lost everything.
Yeah. Well, we've known other streamers in the last couple of years that have had it, and usually the appeal process is pointless. You know, once you get nuked, you pretty much have no chance of getting an appeal. The approved appeal.
No, you're only going to get it appealed if you're big enough on the channel.
Right. I mean, you and I, but I know you and I know some mutuals, you know, and things, and even if you plead, okay, even if you admit, okay, I won't do it again, there's no coming back from it. But sometimes it's arbitrary. Sometimes this stuff is a judgment call, and that's, you know, did this really meet this definition or not?
And what's sad is, like, there are some content creators that they had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that were a lot like us. They were small, hardworking content creators. They worked 9 to 5s. They were tired. They might have made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
You got off work, you got angry, and you said, fuck it so much. And that was the one.
And then one of the platforms said goodbye.
And then one of the platforms said, fuck you so much and goodbye.
There is actually an example that I can actually pull out. Because this is in the past.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you here have heard of the game Mortuary Assistant?
Not me.
I've heard of it, yes.
Cassie?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can now, before no. It's actually a game that Peaches has played. I was looking into it.
Oh, that's demonetization central there, that thing.
Because it deals with certain issues. That the first word starts with an S and the second word will be squad.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can figure out the first word, which is the word that it actually centers around. So I don't lose what little bit of money I do make on these platforms.
Oh yeah, that game is, unless you're the top tier, that game is monetization kryptonite.
So I don't know how many of you know the story of what happened.
Hit me with the story.
Jacksepticeye played the game.
And
got hit with an age restriction.
Markiplier
played the game and didn't. Other content creators were getting hit with the age restriction. Some of them went, well, why am I getting the age restriction, but he's not? Sorry. And they were like, sorry, hate to throw you under the bus here, Marky Poo, but for the longest time, Markiplier was the golden child of YouTube.
Yeah. To an extent, he still is.
But so what they did was YouTube's answer was, okay, so we won't age restrict everybody's video. And everybody's like, that's not what we're saying. We're saying, why can't you have the same rules for everybody on your platform? So then they went around and then they age restricted everybody. And everybody's just like,
that's not what we meant. That's like, now you Ash Hats aren't going to make any money. Now we're going to make all these mortuary assistant videos that aren't going to make any money. And you fuck nuggets aren't going to make anything either.
Oh, it got better.
Yeah.
I don't understand the age restricted thing anyways.
When you have to claim what your channel is anyway.
Right. It's like, just run an ad on it anyways. Like age restriction. Okay, this will definitely now not show up on YouTube Kids, period. Like,
I'm sorry,
set it in its own category.
Enough things like Manscaped and
Adam and Eve
that are perfect ads to play on age-restricted videos.
I don't understand why, like, I hate the prudishness of advertisers anyways. It's like, oh, he's playing a Battlefield game and shot like 15 insurgents.
She's hiding.
We don't want our
not here
ads playing on this video.
Fizzy,
Why?
do you want any Fizzy? Are you tired of being scared of the fly and want to come get a treat?
But like, you'll run it on. You'll run your ads on like all kinds of other shit on television, though. On like SWAT, where they've got to do a raid and they wind up shooting somebody during the show, or on Criminal Minds, where we're depicting stuff I'm not going to say because it'll get me demonetized. Like, how the fuck is it that Criminal Minds that depicts, you know, SKs, I'm going to call them so that we don't get in trouble for that, because I got hit with trying to say NK out loud, and Amanda wished she had a gun to shoot me with.
No, I didn't, because that would get me in trouble.
Nerf gun for the safety of everybody. Nerf gun.
Let's do that.
A big old Nerf gun that I bought her for Christmas.
Hey.
And she has shot me with before, and more than likely will shoot me with in the future.
You know, to your point, I'm sorry, Dennis, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was almost finished. Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is, I think where you're approaching it before, Amanda, was like, you know, a lot of being small. You know, they got so many terms of service. They change the terms of service so many times. Nobody can possibly keep up with all the terms of service. Even a law firm probably couldn't. And then when they start changing independently, they don't always notify you clearly of them. And I mean,
why should they?
So, well, if you want to try to stay compliant,
but you don't make them money. Why
I know, but that's the whole joke with the whole thing is
right.
Responsibility on you, but you're already a losing battle. There's no way you can keep up with the things that change at that speed, and a lot of these, especially when it gets into subjective determinations, you know, where there's not a clear right or wrong. It's just, well, in your opinion, does it offend you, or does it do this, or does it do that? You know, you can't. It becomes impossible to keep up with all this stuff, and a lot of people do want to comply, you know. And that's the thing is, if you get nuked or whatever for something you honestly in good faith did not know about,
right?
I mean, and I'm not talking about the big obvious things. I mean, the big obvious things. I mean, you can't plead ignorance, but when they like little words that actually mean things that are used in the everyday vocabulary, just because they or some people find them offensive, it's like, you know.
Come here.
Yeah, it's nuts, and I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to finish off what I was saying with the story is did you see how Markiplier reacted to all of this? He started the trend during that called "Let's try to get age restricted," and people were playing the most horrifying games that they could find. And he started this movement. And that's when I say, you as a content creator, you don't know how much influence you really have.
Right.
But content creators can create movements. So whether you meant to, whether this was just a hobby, whether you never meant to be famous, whether you're small with 284 followers, or you're massive with your 1 million little YouTube plaque sitting in the background, you have a responsibility to be an example for every viewer that you have. Every like, every sub, every follow. The moment you get your first one, the moment you put your stuff out there, you've kind of signed an agreement that you don't need to sign, which is called be a decent freaking human being and being an example.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Correct. You are 100% correct.
And these companies need to do the same thing. You are a company. If any other company ran the way that you people do, of telling people you're not worth my time because you're poor and you don't make me money, because you all didn't start off like this because y'all needed the small creators to keep your platforms up and running till they got big enough to make you money. Why can't you show the same consideration as some of the other ones?
Right.
Because you preach it, but you don't follow through it. You don't practice it.
Right.
Preach what you practice what you preach, my man.
Exactly.
And ladies and they thems. That way I don't leave anybody out. Just practice what you preach. But there's also someone else that needs to pay attention. And that's the fans.
Right, yeah.
Because the fans can be just as bad and just as toxic as a lying, cheating content creator. Why? And what do I mean about this? There was a content creator, and she was thin. It was a natural thin. I really hate people who come down on people who actually do have medical issues where they're thin. I work with 3 people who have been the size 2 or 3 their entire life. They eat well. They eat more than I do, and they can't gain weight. And people on this person's channel started commenting about it. So then this person started starving themselves because they realized that their numbers were going up and more people were subbing and more people were watching.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sorry, Fuel. And someone finally stepped in, a friend of theirs, and contacted someone. And they showed up at their house and went, "Oh, no, you're going with us. You don't have a choice.
Yep.
You're killing yourself." And so they went into a rehab. They got better. They came back when they started making the content again because they got better. Their numbers and subs and the money they were making had dropped.
Yeah.
So what did they do? They did it again to get their money because we as a people have a sick issue with the fact that we want to watch people destroy themselves.
As fucked up as it is, yeah.
There's the same thing happened with someone who was overweight. They wanted to get healthy. They wanted to do better. They saw that their sub counts and everything else started dying because they wanted to better themselves and be a better person. But that's not what these individuals wanted. So they went back. And letting fans dictate your health to the point where you're going to kill yourself, it's not worth it. And you as the fan, you're supposed to be supportive. It's not because you want to watch you're not supposed to be there because you want to watch a train wreck. You're supposed to be there because you enjoy the content. You like that particular person because they're funny, they're sarcastic, they have a chihuahua that won't leave them alone and is afraid of flies. You have a man that's just so obsessed with wanting to blow up gas stations in Fortnite.
You're not my mama. What's up?
Oh.
No, I'm bigger than mama. I'm AGP.
There you go.
Can we get that on a t-shirt? I'm bigger than mama. I'm AGP.
Just as much as a content creator can influence a fan, fans do influence content creators.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it
could be a good influence and it could be a bad influence. So
yeah, but we're talking about the dark side of everything.
okay, all right. Sorry,
we can always do the bright side because there are when I'm talking about this, not every content creator does these things, and sometimes the company will do something right. Sometimes you look at the company and it's like that multiple, everybody just smacks their forehead at the same time and goes, really?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that from Airplane? I think so.
No, one of the Naked Guns, one of the Naked Gun movies. Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that clip.
And then sometimes you have really great fans. But those 3 components, fan, creator, and the company, should be working together.
Yeah,
You know,
it should-
you hear this word so much. Community.
yeah, this should not be an antagonistic relationship as it's become.
Everybody's out for what they can get from
No. I mean, in reference of like us versus that company.
or then the fans. Like, but everybody's out for themselves and what they can get out of it.
Right. I mean, I'm talking into like the way YouTube runs it, and it just being
But it's
like
not
we're
just
gonna make
YouTube.
it right. I get it. No. I'm just using it as an example.
That's because I would say out of the three, where everybody knows TikTok's just like, I don't care.
TikTok gives no fucks, and I think
I love how TikTok goes. You can't use copyright. Everybody uses copyrighted music. You're full of it.
everyone uses you built your
except
whole
for like
platform.
3 people.
You built your whole ass platform on kids lip syncing to copyrighted music
and twerking to copyrighted music.
No.
But kind
No.
But
That
hey,
is like
we're at a stoplight. Let's do a TikTok. La 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 la.
that's like reason
Drive,
number one.
motherfucker.
That's like reason number one with a bullet why I disrespect TikTok. Ugh.
It's like I can see why YouTube clips are starting to become slightly more popular than TikTok, because the people who don't want to see that crap and they just want to see little funny shorts of people fracking up in a video game, that's great.
Oops.
Oops.
fuck it so much.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
But
Did I tell you my mom was actually
as
watching
long
that
as shirtless guys backflipping is going to make them millionaires, and people stopping in the middle of the traffic and dancing is going to make them millionaires, it's going to continue. And that's where we, as the fans, have to go, nope, ain't watching it. Nope, ain't watching it.
That won't happen.
No,
That is not going to happen.
there's just too many people that just want to gawk at stupidity.
Well, or even outright, like, just like traumatizing shit. Like, how many horrible things happen to animals that people still watch?
No, oh god.
Right. Let's not bring them up or anything. But like, people always watch horrible, stupid things.
Oh.
So yeah, it is kind
I
of
don't want to think about like the puppy getting hurt. No.
no.
Puppies.
About any of these things.
The rabbits, Georgie.
Don't talk about any of
The
this.
rabbits, Georgie.
Any of this stuff, trust me, you can go to YouTube and just type in content creator did this, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Sure.
And it's been on my mind. And like I said, I didn't want to talk about this during last month because, well, Halloween. Will this stop? Do I think so? No.
Oh no.
But
You
for
deal with
those,
human beings, it will never stop. I mean, people are going to do what's in their self-interest, and whether it's the content creator or the platforms, that it's a profit motive. There's ego involved, and anytime you have individuals, that's what runs. What's so bad about it, and what's frustrating, is that when people yell and moan and bitch and complain about we need real people or real genuine stuff, that, you sit there. That's why I try to run my channel the way I do, and yet you
Then
still see people go right. You still
where are they?
I know that. I that's what my point is. Everybody will bitch and moan about the same things, and then they'll go to the big channels that talk about the same issues that they say they want to get away from. And it sounds like sour grapes, and I'm trying to not make it sound like that. It's just pointing to the dark, like you said, the dark side. Obviously the content sells. I mean, people say one thing but do another. Do the opposite. I mean, it's the way it's just the way it is. And so that's why it's as important to you as an individual content creator. Just be happy in yourself, find the joy in yourself. At the end of the day, surrounding yourself with at least a few good, loyal people, and understand, and get your joy from that, from them, and for what you're doing. Because you know what, at the end of the day, how the system plays.
Because until the fans stop watching the train wrecks, The content creators realize that no matter how big or small they are, they influence people. They do. And until the platforms go back to the way that they were when they first showed up, here we are. Like I said, there's this word, community.
Help me with something.
It's like, you guys keep using this word, but I don't think you know what it means.
Help me with something, because you said going back to the way it was created. Because one of my people that I've dealt with a lot talks about the early days of YouTube was different. It was not about the super chat. It was not about the monetization.
It was just putting goofy videos up or doing Let's Plays or showing people in a game how to get certain achievements if they were on Xbox or trophies on PlayStation. And it was just people, being real, being them. And somewhere along the line, it's changed.
Money.
Well, I know money.
Money for nothing.
For the longest
chicks
time,
for free.
For the longest time, you could have like the largest subscriber account and you still weren't going to be monetized.
Yeah.
You were doing it for fun. There was no super chats. YouTube would give you a plaque.
Ads in there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard about. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that the other person who told me that, and it's like, it's just go back to, like you said, the old system. Then, would it really be the same system? Would people really be watching? I don't know. I think even from viewership, a lot of it's about ego and stuff like that. Because I tell you, one of the things is people that give more money can get more attention from the creators and stuff like that. So there's ego both ways. Who gets the most attention? If you smile and nod the best, you get the most attention from the creators. When
smile and nod.
Well, no.
How much skin do you show?
Well, I'm not just the creators. I'm talking about people in chats and stuff too. If you watch some of the chats and stuff, it can go way crazy. So I don't know. It's.
I mean, I realize to a lot of people, my opinion doesn't matter. I'm not big enough to matter. My opinion doesn't matter because I'm not big enough, and I never will be big enough. Because I'm not going to tell you I hate something that I don't. I'm not going to put shocking content up just to be the next big name. I'm going to continue making the content that I've always made, which is whether it's me by myself or me with my friends. But no, Dadman has a point. People will say, well, we want to watch content creators that are just here to have fun and they're just having fun and being themselves. No. Because if that was true, hot tub streams wouldn't have been a thing.
There are people, though. There are people out there, and I'm finding it. There are people that will find your channels. I think it's on platform because I've had feedback from some. But, not to minimize.
They just watch you because you're a banana.
Yeah, and I'm not to minimize anything, but when you talk about the big numbers, everybody wants to be part of the big channels because they use that word community. And it's fun. And I've seen many instances where it's the cool kids of the community. And that's why I'm trying to watch how I say this, because it can sound really sour grapes. And it's not meant to be. It's just observations. If you're certain people that are the approved people throw tons of money at you, you get all the attention. But if you're a little no-name person, you might get a gift membership or something. It's, I've seen it happen.
No matter what happens, the fact that okay, so I'm gonna be upfront and honest. Every person on this panel, I asked them if it'd be okay to do this.
Yeah.
And if they didn't want to be a part of it, I would have totally understand. Because there's going to be somebody who watches this and says the only reason why we're saying this is because we're jealous that we're not making the money.
See, I'm not, and the thing is, I'm not even in it for the money. I 500 was a goal because you know what? It sounded cool. I'm not in it for the money. I mean, that's what's so funny with it. Now, would I like audiences? Yeah, of course we like more people in chats and stuff like that. But you know what? My thing is, if I can make one person laugh and happy that's having a bad day, they have a bad health situation, then I've done my job. Yeah. That's what I'm here doing this stuff. Now, I know it's different for everybody else. but at least that's the where I say, and that's where I want to keep my independence and my integrity on those issues is, it's not about the money, at least for me.
No, it's not about the money because you don't have money. And that's the sucky part is that literally as you accumulate money, wealth, and power, your brain changes and you have less empathy. And
Not everyone. A lot of people do. And a lot of people do have a hard time going from nobody to somebody.
Sure.
Okay. And I get that. The first time I ever had anybody tell me that they were a fan, it was a very surreal feeling. Like my first question to them was, why? Why?
Is this a joke?
Are you okay? Do you want me to go get a thermometer, check your temperature? Are you okay?
Think twice if you need help.
Yeah.
Are you suffering a mental break currently?
The first time someone asked me for an autograph, it's like, do you know who I am? You do know who I am. I don't think you think that I am the person who you think I am because nobody wants this. So I understand. It's a very surreal feeling the first time someone comes up to you and goes, oh my gosh, you're so-and-so from such and such. You're just like, there's this moment where you're in a panic and you don't know sometimes how to react properly. The best thing I can say is, thank you. Why? I mean, hell, just the other day, somebody subbed and said that they have faith in me. And I was like, I really hope so. Because if not, I feel really bad because you just wasted $5 to sub into a channel. It's one of the reasons why I don't promote subbing to my Twitch channel. Hell freezes over, which gives me the opportunity to be a big time content creator to where I can leave my horrible job that I cannot stand in the least and get to do this full time. I want to say that I'm not going to change, but
you don't know these
obviously there's no, you will change regardless.
You kind of should, because if you don't change, you're literally dead. That's like the only two options.
Maybe not who you are as a person, but content will change. Setting will change because I'm getting the hell out of this apartment. But, I mean, you will change. Money does change people. I mean, oh my God, to have money, to make more than $25,000 in a year. Holy crap, I wouldn't know what to do.
Throwing our booze around.
I probably just spontaneously combust right in my chair. Then I get demonetized for doing that.
No spontaneous combustion.
And the thing is I know there's people out there that's going to see this and be like, she's full of it. She's full of it. They're all full of it. They're just jealous. They're just jealous because they can't do what I do. You're right. I can't do what you do.
And I don't want to.
And I don't want to. Not be me to be rich and famous doesn't seem, it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. And knowing that, I mean, I know for a fact I have fans that are underage. I know this. I got to meet one of them. I know that I have a responsibility to not just them, but even the ones that are of age, that these people followed here on Twitch for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Those that subscribed on Twitch did it for a reason. Mm-hmm. Those that are subscribed on my YouTube channel or follow me on TikTok or follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Reddit or Facebook, whatever platform it is, they did it for a reason. And I, as a content creator, have a responsibility to them, not just creating content for them to watch and enjoy. But as much as I don't want to be a role model, and I will tell you that I'm not a good role model. And Dennis, what the hell are you two doing during my stream? Stop it.
That one wasn't mine. Yours.
But do I consider myself an influencer? No. Do I know I can't? Do I know that there are people that get influenced by some of the stuff that I say? Yes. That means I have a responsibility.
Yep.
And I think that's something that a lot of content creators don't realize. No matter how big or small you are, you have a responsibility. Because people, whether you realize it or not, there's going to be someone who may just listen to what you have to say
and take it the wrong way.
and they could take what you say the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
A real good example is that Eminem song "Stan,"
Mm-hmm.
where he sings one way and then he talks about in the song how he got the fan letter and, well, I'm going to do this just like you did in your song. He's like, dude, I'm just saying that stuff to be messy. I don't mean it.
Right.
Unfortunately, there are people out there that will take things the wrong way.
Well, I heard it relayed from someone. There was one, I don't know if it was TikTok or whatever, but basically the personality saw youngsters coming up to them doing the same stuff that they parrot and like, well, why do you do it? But but then they go back to their stream doing the same stuff that these kids.
The guy who hates on women.
Yeah, okay, that's probably the same one because but it's like then they at one point kind of like, oh, this is not cool, but then it won't stop them.
Practice what you preach.
Mm-hmm.
You make YouTube videos talking about how women should have no rights, women belong in a kitchen, blah 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 blah. But then you tell these kids who are saying the exact same things that learned it from you not to do it, but then you turn around and you make another video like that. You would think that content creator's eyes would have opened up and realized what kind of an influence he's having, but it didn't. And that's what's sad. And that's why I say it doesn't matter how big or small you are. People can take stuff the wrong way. You need to be very clear. You have a problem with another content creator, then reach out to that content creator and be like, hey, look, can we talk about this in private somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
And the situation may not get resolved, but I guarantee you have a better chance of being able to come to a conclusion instead of airing your crap out on YouTube videos and TikToks and Twitters and on Reddits. Be an adult, for Christ's sakes.
But beef gets the views.
And that's the reason why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
The apology that I read, I should have done it this way instead of for the views and the subs and the money.
You're going to do it again.
Right.
You learned nothing because you got the subs and the views and the money. You learned nothing.
Fuck it so much.
That brings back something. I saw something a while back, but if I get too specific, it'll be too. If I say much about it, it'll be too specific. But yeah, it's. Yeah. So.
And the thing is things have been worse since 2020. People hide behind these personalities.
Yep.
Both fans and content creators have been guilty of this as well. I'll be honest, I don't really get to hide. Someone asked me, well, why did you just put your name out there? Because my name was already out there. Before I started Twitch, before I started YouTube, I was already a podcaster. And I also ran comic book conventions. And there wasn't a comic book convention that I couldn't go to that people didn't know who I was. And starting Twitch and YouTube, and I tried. I thought, okay, well, what kind of name can I come up with? And every name that I could think of was already taken. And it's like, you know what? I already have this name, this brand that I paid for the, I've paid for the logo. I paid for the trademark. I paid for the copyright of it. I'm just going to transfer it because Amanda Gilliam Presents, to me, stands for I get to present to you, my fans, the public, my friends. I get to present to you the stuff that I enjoy, the stuff that I want to talk about, the things that are on my mind, my heart, and the stupid goofiness of whatever we want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just took my brand and expanded it. Now, is that dangerous? Yes, it's my name. But at the same point in time, a lot of smaller creators, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, when they got famous, people knew their names. People find out names real easy. They're gonna find out who you are. So I just saved everybody a step. But that still doesn't mean that you get to dox me just because my name is in my title.
Yeah.
Don't come to my house, whether another content creator without my permission. And if you're a fan, do not come to my house.
I'll bring out a shotgun and take you out.
No, I'll use the Chihuahua.
Jesus, that's work.
She's got the dinosaur.
Down.
This is my home. This is my sanctuary. This is where I get to be me. As open and honest as I am on my streams, everybody has the right to not expose everything.
Mhm.
Eventually, things will come out. If I ever got famous, I'm sure someone's going to Google search and they're going to find out that I got arrested for, disorderly conduct.
Sorry for another day.
But I shouldn't have to go, hi, my name is this, and I did this in my past, because that's my past. That was 20 years ago. Who I was when I was in my 20s is not who I am right now in my 40s. And may not be who I am in my 60s.
There are some people also, based on the nature, their past life, their past jobs, they need to keep anonymity. I mean, they're being shown could cause serious situations if somebody had an axe to grind, And like you said, this is a hobby. You want to make sure you keep your job, especially when you have people come on your show that say what they want to on your channel, even if whatever. You're still responsible as a host, as a creator. They could say one thing that slips up and it nukes your channel, which then could, by extension, nuke your personal life because, hey, you're still responsible for it. And, so.
I mean, I've already gone through something like that. I've already gone through somebody because I tried to tell the truth, decided that they had the right to try and destroy me.
Mm-hmm. And
it's not fun.
No, it's not.
It's not fun knowing that you know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And all you said was the truth. But because they're bigger than you, mine's not the truth. Their lie is the truth.
Yeah.
The problem is that
it doesn't matter if that person groomed and gaslit not just me, but many other women, and all the other women came out as well, and we all got shut down. And this guy, he still gets to keep his job, works for a very successful independent comic book publisher, and has no repercussions whatsoever. But hey, he got to pull my name through the mud. He got to stop me from being able to do some really great interviews that I had set up, because I'm a fake geek girl who pretends to be nerdy and into video games and stuff like that just to get attention. Yeah, because, growing up in the 80s and 90s, being a chick in a comic book shop was so fucking easy. But hey, you won. Why? Because you have money and I didn't. And you sent people to my channels. And you stopped interviews that I had the opportunity to have. Because you lied. And got away with it. And the sad part is that was just when I was a podcaster. Just a podcaster. Wasn't even on Twitch. Wasn't even on YouTube. I fell for the lies coming out of a really bad relationship at the time. And my reputation was almost destroyed. Luckily, when other people finally spoke up, people finally came to me and said, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to believe it. But then again, these people still went and they're working with them. So I don't even know if I could trust them. I don't talk to them anymore. Because anybody who can still work with somebody who did everything that he did to so many women and get away with it, no. Sorry. So no, I've been on the side that a lot of people have experienced. It may not have been through Twitch or YouTube, but there's a lot more industries out there that have a dark side to them that you may not even realize. Comics is one of them. But right now, content creating is in the forefront. Almost, there's a good chunk of people that either A, are a content creator or work with a content creator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not everybody's in front of the camera. Many are doing producer work, behind the scenes, coordinating schedules, stuff like that. Yeah.
Or they're playing the video game so she could just stand there and look cute. In all honesty, there's been guys who've done the same thing. There actually has been a male content creator who put a guy who looked better than him in front of the camera while he played the game. Because he knew a hot guy will bring in women just as much. Because as a species, we're very superficial. That's hot. That's hot. It's like that scene from History of the World Part 1 with Madeline Kahn. No, 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 no. Yes, no, no, no. Yes, no, no. Okay, it's very simple. And if you don't know that scene, I can't really explain it anymore. But unfortunately, like I said before, we as a society, we should just take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure to fix it. But if you do watch this, whether it's later here on Twitch or over on YouTube, maybe something we said will resonate with you and maybe help you. And if you're an up-and-coming content creator, I just ask, please, try to be you. One of the things that used to be great about content creating was all the individuality.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see a lot of the people are the exact same people.
And they're all shit.
There's nothing wrong with doing something for fun. There's nothing wrong with just being you. There's nothing wrong if you can't show yourself because...
And it's funny when you sit there and see somebody.
No, Dennis, I'm not okay. I died.
Well, it's funny too when you see somebody that complains about somebody copying somebody when you know the whole industry's like copying everybody else and ripping them off.
Again.
It's so funny to see that. But like you said, is be you, be different. I mean, I cannot tell you how bad I've worked and hard I've worked to shatter the Fortnite and football image, you know. Yet it still follows me everywhere I go, even though I'm branching out in new areas. And it's, you know, but I'm doing things I want to do. And, you know, I think that's the key to surviving all this mentally is to be yourself, be true to yourself, do what you want to. And, you know, if you want to do something that's not in a mold, do it that makes you happy, you know?
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, if anybody goes, oh, well, you're doing React videos, you stole that from... Everybody does React videos.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
You open up Pokemon cards? How many people open up Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing Let's Plays? How many people do Let's Plays?
Yep.
Or speed runs, or Lego builds, or podcasts, or the Stephen King drinking game. I don't know.
Shocked you're still alive.
Yep.
So is everyone. Yeah. If we weren't,
and she wasn't even streaming at the time. She just happened to be. She was on my show, and it's like, what? You know, this is how petty people can get.
Do you know what got me into being a content creator for playing video games?
What?
Rooster Teeth. Achievement Hunter. They were a group of guys, just being guys, doing goofy, crazy shit. I enjoyed their content and went, they're just like me. I like
God, I miss back in the day, Rooster Teeth.
And I sat down and I talked with my sister and we started playing video games with a friend of ours named Tyler. And the only video game the three of us had at the time was the remake of Star Wars Battlefront on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we played. And that's all we played. And I decided, you know what? We're just going to play and have fun. Second game we started playing was Grand Theft Auto 5. We started playing other games. We were having fun, just being goofy, stupid us. That's what got me into that. The podcast, this is just a podcast that's been revamped. I know, I think the podcast says it's what, season 4. If you really want to go with how long I've been podcasting, this is season 11.
Jesus.
Could you imagine if we could go back and record the Wii Super Mario sessions?
Can you imagine being an Australian on Twitch?
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Tyler killing everybody by jumping on their head.
That's what I'm saying. It was things like that made me realize, oh my gosh, I want to put this out there. I want people to see how fun and goofy me and my friends are and how much fun we're having. And when I saw Achievement Hunter doing it, I was like, okay, cool. I could do that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Until I learned who they were, I didn't even know that was a thing. I had never even watched YouTube at that point. I was still playing on fucking Farmville on Facebook and Yoville on MySpace, okay? Wow, I just aged myself.
That's a deep cut right there. There you go.
I aged myself so bad. Yeah. And I would, dude, go back and know what YouTube was going to be. Dude, I was so obsessed with video games. Disney Kingdom Hearts came out. I was working at the zoo at the time, so I was still living in Florida. Okay? I was so obsessed with the game, I didn't want to lose anything. I would pause the game, go to work, come home, take a shower, sit down, play the game till I fell asleep. Pause the game when I got up, go to work. Could you imagine if I got to do that back in the day? Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. There is so much that there's actually a part of me that wishes that I would have been a part of it when it first started. Because I'm telling you, if AGP existed back when Achievement Hunter and all these other Let's Plays, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all these other people came out, and the games that I was already playing and goofing off with my friends, trust me, this would be a completely different channel right now. I guarantee you we'd be higher on the totem pole than we are right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to start. It took a lot of researching. And you go to those videos, oh my God, they're so bad.
Oh,
they are so bad.
yep. I know what you mean.
I didn't. Hey guys, we're playing. Let's go. Like that was it. You know, there's no intros. There's no proper titles. There's no thumbnails. There's nothing there. And I had the worst headset mic combination in the world. I sounded like Robbie the robot getting electrocuted while trying to play Star Wars Battlefront.
With lamprey on his nipples.
Yeah, that too. Where here's Mrs. Well, my first video was amazing. Well,
she had a lot of. I tell you what, though, you go back and watch my first one. Oh God, that was horrible. Even though I had her help and people in the chat that were there, like to kind of just help me keep going, it was still. The first one was like, wow, that was hard. That was awkward.
I'll put. Hold on, fuck it. I'm actually on YouTube. The one I've shared with you actually has still alive my first videos. We could do a quick rundown and watch some of my first ones at some point.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, no, you could go to my. I'm telling you, go to some of my old videos and find the Star Wars Battlefront ones. The audio is horrible.
Oh yeah,
horrible. And even today, I don't know. Dadman noticed it. Did either of you two notice it?
Notice what?
Mrs., are you noticing the sound quality, the difference in it?
Kinda.
That's the new mic.
Yeah. It's a nice mic.
For the longest time, because like I said, I don't make a lot of money. Yes, thank you. I always had to use this little button here, and it's got a built-in mic in the headset. Didn't always give off the best quality. And when we play Fall Guys, because it'll still be off of the PS4, because my mom really does not like being on Discord.
I understand that. I understand that, except for I don't have to wear the headset on Discord. Which is comfortable.
Being able to do this, I've already seen the change and improvements on my ARC videos because I started ASA today, guys. Yay! The one thing that's been consistent with the content creating is just having fun. It's probably why I'll never get anywhere, but I just want to have fun.
Yep.
But to wrap it up, yes, there are some. It's not the YouTube that it used to be. They keep saying the word community, but I don't think they know what that word means anymore.
I think you use the word community the same way most places use pizza party.
And just one thing that people need to realize is whether you're the content creator, you're the platform, the people running the platform, or you're the fans, all together, try to be better. You as the fan, we as the content creators, you as the people running the platforms. Maybe we can eventually get back to actually not only saying the word community, but actually meaning community. And having a place where people could come and just chill. not to spread hate, not to do the stuff that they've been doing. Let's bring back the Nyan Cat. Let's bring back the old Let's Plays. If it means cleaning and feeling fresh and clean like you just took a shower, let's do that. But I'm sorry this was a more serious topic on this channel. I don't normally try to do too many serious topics. It's just it has been bothering me for quite some time. And I want to thank all three of you for being willing to be a part of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, I want to thank everyone for showing up, to all the amazing people in the chat.
Yep.
And if you want to check out these people, would you stop? I'm trying to do my ending. Keeps trying to run an ad and I keep snoozing the ad. See, I am losing money to do my ending for you all. So make sure that you check out my fellow content creators. You can check out Dennis at Raven Master 96 Rev at Yahoo or at
Hey, yahoo.com, baby. It's a
on
free email account.
YouTube. You can check Dadman Walking out on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Dadman Walking 55. You can check out.
Like, my phone does not like streaming on StreamYard.
Yeah.
It blows up. It's going to blow up one day. Sorry, I touched him with how hot my phone is. It's hot.
You could check out Cassie as her phone disintegrates her into a simulacra.
Yes. Apparently takes my house with her.
How about not that? Oh crap. You can check out this lovely lady who just did her first video, which is obviously better than the rest of ours because hers was amazing, at Mrs. Dadman Walking right here on Twitch, at Mrs. Dadman Walking on YouTube, and it's M Dadman Walking, I think, on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And then for AGP, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and of course over on YouTube. My candle is now blowing smoke this way, and it's getting in my eyes. Sorry, Fizzy farted, so I lit a really nice smelling candle. So, because we all know Fizzy went. You're very welcome, Mrs. And again, congratulations on your stream.
Congrats.
And just to all of you out there, thank you guys so much. We do greatly appreciate you guys. And we'll see you all on the next one.
Except you, Greg. Fuck you, Greg.
Bye, all.
Fuck it so much.
Taylor even more, though.
Taylor was awful.
Fucking weirdo
Taylor
Willy Wiggler.
He deserved to die.
Okay, bye-bye.
Simulacra did nothing wrong. Simulacra did